All right, so we are live. Before I officially begin the stream, I'm just going to go ahead and send out the link to everyone so we can get people actually, watching this. I actually have no idea what I can plan to talk about this episode. Like, I kind of was bored, haven't created much content today, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go out there and do a CWT live. So make sure you say things in the actual discussion thing because I have no idea what to even plan to talk about. I know one thing I want to talk about is really what to do with this channel overall. And what I mean by that is I'm just gonna send out the live link real quick so that people can join. What I mean is obviously I have the live format, which is what I'm currently doing, and also every once in a while, I make a normal video, and it's like I enjoy doing all that, and I enjoy just creating content. But it would be cool to do more video content because I do a lot of stuff with audio, and I do a lot of stuff with writing. But really, with actual video form, I really just do this. And this because I really enjoy doing video. I don't really like editing, which is why the live format works so well. But I really don't know exactly what I plan because obviously I have a huge vision for this channel, which is popularity speaking. Like obviously, anytime I do anything, I want to be the absolute best at it. So when it comes to YouTube, it's kind of like the same story where it's like I want to get this live show out as much as possible, and I want it to reach as many people. But also, I had the idea, and I might talk about this more on my blog. But I had the idea to actually make a documentary kind of thing for this channel. And I don't even know what it would be about, but I do think that business documentaries are pretty much the most entertaining thing in the world. And I actually might put some on the Store for Business site I have going. In fact, I actually have some movies already on there. I'm going to put in the live chat just so people join it. They can kind of see what we're talking about. But when it comes to a documentary, I remember one time I watched a documentary on the life of Warren Buffett, who's a personal hero of mine, because I find his investment strategy very interesting, and it's one that I've kind of implemented myself. But the documentary I watched on Warren Buffett, it was very educational. I learned so much about the stock market as a whole, and it really changed my life because it changed the way I went about investing. So I learned a lot of information, and it completely changed how I was doing something I was already doing. So watching the documentary bettered myself. It made my life better. So when you look at that, it really would be interesting to create something like that. Obviously, I don't even know what I would do a documentary on because I don't have the reach to go out there and get Buffett for a documentary or something like that. But it would be cool to picking an individual topic or something like that and make a documentary about it. But I really don't know how I'd even do it or what I'd even talk about. I just think that would be so much fun to do because I actually don't really like documentaries that much unless they're business themed. But I love business themed documentaries, and it would be so fun to make one. When I look at this channel, I can really do with it whatever I want. Obviously, with my podcast, I have to do, a certain kind of content because, I have the show going with the followers. They expect a certain thing to do. But when it comes to, my blog, it's kind of the same story. I have to do, business related stuff. It's my personal blog. There's something that the people need, but this channel is small. It hasn't really done anything yet. So I can essentially go out and do whatever I want, which is actually kind of interesting because obviously, I want to keep doing the live show because, not only is the live show going on YouTube, it's also going on a new podcast that I made. So it's it's getting a lot of attention on the podcast version. But I'm doing that kind of work with audio, and I'm doing that kind of work with writing. And it's I really want to do a bunch of stuff with video. So I'm thinking keep doing the live show. I might, try to make it schedule based. Right now I'm just going live whenever I feel like it. And also I have something really, important to talk about, or just something that I think would be really fun to talk about. But it's I'm doing this live show, and it would just there's so much stuff that I want to do and can do. But I'm thinking about doing so I've been doing a lot of work, or I want to try to start doing a lot of work in social media marketing. And the reason for that is I'm about to graduate college. And to be honest, in order to actually be a successful person out of college, I need to make, money. So in order to really like go about that, I'm kind of nervous in a way, to be completely honest, because like obviously I have a bunch of different stuff I want to do. Like, the store for business thing I have linked here. Like there's a lot of possibility with this thing. I think this will be, making like millions upon millions of dollars every year once I get bigger on all my platforms, because it's the best. Like I have everything on this site. But at the end of the day, I have expenses. I have rent. Like I won't be in college anymore, so it's like there's a certain like importance in making a certain amount of money. So I'm gonna try to start doing a lot more like social media work, and also keep doing my media company as well. So I'm gonna keep, all this like media going, keep selling my sponsorships, all that stuff. But also, like get a few clients through social media company, like, use that to cover my expenses. And then kind of just like, make my content and like have fun doing it and like grow the store for business as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, that's really my goal with all this. But with this, like, new social media company that I'm working on, and like making like all this like content, it's like I gotta actually go out there and sell clients, and I'm on a deadline of like, just like basically like 3 months. I need all this like set up by. It's really, really interesting. So I might like document like that journey. That would actually be like a cool series, I think, like the in and out of how I'm starting my own social media company. And I think that actually that's a really good idea. It'd be cool to make that into like an actual like series. Because I think social media is without a doubt the most important part of business right now, or especially like business marketing. Like it's something a lot of people are needing to do. Like I've always said this like since the early days of my blog. Everyone needs social media marketing. But I feel like with this like COVID-19 pandemic, people really figured out how much they actually need social media marketing. Like think about it like this. Like let's just think about it. So most businesses had to go online. They had to get like an e-commerce thing set up. The best way to bring people to an e-commerce business is through, of course, like social media, like actually using the social media to bring people to your e-commerce site. And because all these like because all these businesses are having to transition to e-commerce for the first time, they obviously don't really know how to, do it yet. So by having, my like new business out there is like helping all these people go to social media, which I've had tons of different businesses on social media. It really, I think, would be very beneficial to these people because they don't know how to do it. I do, and I can do it for them. So I'm really like working on all that. I guess this would be like a short episode of CWG Live because I don't really have anything else to talk about. But thanks like so much for like watching, and that's it.